Major Slack videos.
Hey, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Elden Ring, my Vagabond and No Horse, No Health Flask challenge run. This is my girl Melee Made Easy, and we got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get right to it. First of all, I'm going to show you warrior stancing the great axe with the pickaxe, which I was lucky enough to get in Limgrave tunnels. I'm going to show you how to farm one of these shortly, but these can be used in a warrior stance. Alright, you put the pickaxe, or rather the great axe in one hand, the pickaxe in the other, press the guard button and you get a different moveset. This is the moveset that you get. Okay, it's pretty kick-ass. This is spamming the guard button. This does a lot of damage. A colossal amount of damage. You're going to see later on in episode 9, I believe. We're going to be doing some really amazing things with this. Alright? I didn't get a pickaxe, Slacker. I'm going to show you how to get one. Don't worry. I'm going to show you how to get one right now. I got this in Limgrave tunnels to get it off one of the miners. I'm going to show you a nice little farming run to get a pickaxe. And in the example here, I actually got 2 on my first time around. You may not be so lucky, but I tested this again on my PS4 and it didn't take me long to get one. It took me about 5 minutes, okay? So here in Limgrave tunnels, back in Limgrave tunnels, you're going to speed run down to the boss tunnel, okay? So just follow my route here. Just run past all the enemies, hang it right here. Go to the northeast all the way down the tunnel, and you're going to take the elevator down. As soon as you get on the elevator, you're going to do an about face. Do an about face. I think I forgot to do that here. But you want to get off the first stop behind you, okay? So I took it all the way down, and you just take it back up again and get off right here. Now I'm assuming you have the Sacred Blade on your great axe, and just simply kill all the miners with Sacred Blade. There you go, and they might drop a pickaxe. There we go, I got one already. Second try. 5 miners in here. That's number 3. I believe this one dropped a pickaxe as well. That's number 4. So there you go. I got 2 pickaxes my first time around. Of course, you may not be so lucky. And there's the 5th miner. If you weren't lucky, all you have to do is go all the way to the end, jump off, commit suicide. What? I lose my money. No, you're going to get your money back. Jump off, commit suicide. This will respawn you at the Stake of America, which is right at the beginning of this run. Make sure you respawn at the Stake America. And you can just do the whole thing again. Kill all the miners, kill all 5 miners with the Sacred Blade. Instant kill. That's 2. That's 3. There's number 4. Recharge your FP. And there's number 5. And there's our money. Pick up your money. And this time I got a smithing stone. Didn't get a pickaxe? Do the same thing again. Jump down here. Commit suicide. And try again. There you go. So at the very least, you're farming smithing stones. Well, you have a chance to farm smithing stones, and you don't lose any money. You get your money back. Alright, so that's how to farm a pickaxe, so that you can warrior stance it with your great axe. And like I mentioned in a previous video, I know this is commonly referred to as power stancing. I decided to change that name to warrior stancing. One more time, just for good measure. And another smithing stone. And like I said, your money is always there, so you never lose your money unless you die trying to do this. Alright, so I'm assuming everybody now has a pickaxe as well as a great axe. Now we're gonna go get the large club, which is a great strike weapon. Typically I would use the Morning Star as my strike weapon. What am I doing now? Oh yeah, I want to upgrade the pickaxe. Up to +3, because we got the stones to do it. There you go. So now we got a +4 great axe and a +3 pickaxe, and we can warrior stance them. Okay, so I'm putting the Golden Vow Ash of War on the pickaxe. Here you can see the difference between the pickaxe and the great axe in terms of damage. Okay, so we got Golden Vow on the pickaxe. And there you can see how much damage is increased by casting Golden Vow. And now we're going to go down to Agio Lake South and start pushing our way south. First stop is the Great Ape Camp. Actually, no, first stop is the Large Club. This is something I don't usually do. Oh no, wait, first stop. Sorry, like I said, I recorded this a week ago. Gamersack recorded this a week ago, so I kind of forgot what I did. Now I'm remembering though. This is just to demonstrate the ridiculous power of using the great axe and the pickaxe in a warrior stance. So I got them both together now. I got the great axe in the right hand and the pickaxe in the left. Golden Vow, and this galloping horseman. We're just going to obliterate him. What's going to call it the warrior stance, because the warrior is the only class in Elden Ring that starts out with 2 weapons of the same type, 1 in each hand. Okay, so wait till he comes up here. Target the horse, not the man. Spam the guard button a couple times and whammo frisbee. Cadence Sellsword. No problem, no problem. Yeah, this is like total overkill on these wandering nobles here. So strike that. No, we're gonna go for the Great Ape Camp first. So around the corner here, just follow my route. This camp up here has the Great Ape in a chest. It's an unmarked location, but like I said, I always give all my unmarked locations, or all the unmarked locations in Elden Ring, a name according to what item, the most valuable item that you find at that location. At this location is the Great Ape. It's a thrusting sword. This is a great acquisition. Probably want to take out this patrol here. Even though one of them has a bugle, even if you let him blow the bugle, nothing happens. Apparently the guys in the camp don't really, give much credence to these guys. Even if they're near the camp and they blow the bugle, nothing happens. So, yeah, it sounds alarming, but yeah, nothing happens. Okay, so this is Great Ape Camp. Right behind that horseman there is a chest underneath that little canopy there containing the Great Ape. Which is basically like a rapier, except a much stronger version. A more powerful version. So we're going to go around the side here. You got to watch out for 2 mages up on top of the roofs. So keep to the left as much as you can as you work your way up here. Otherwise the mage is going to spot you, and he's going to start pelting you with glintstone. I believe it's glintstone. It's a comet spell that he's hitting you with. Either that or the glintstone pebble. Anyways, because it's the game doing it, it has a ridiculous range, and it will hit you and it will hurt you, so keep your distance. Go all the way around to the back of the camp here like this, and with the great axe and your shield we're going to start taking on this camp. I just want to attempt to farm these guys for some flight pinions, and he shoots and he scores. twice. Alright, so let's get our sneak on, and we're going to start taking out all the Godric soldiers here in this camp. You just backstab this guy. And I think what I eventually did was I switched over to the sword, because the one thing I noticed about using the great axe and backstabbing is you can't swing around the camera while you're backstabbing, which is important. And we can just as easily one-shot these guys with the longsword if you go up and backstab them. So watch this, see I'm swinging around the camera as I'm backstabbing them, which is important because you can keep an eye on who might have been alerted to you making the kill. And you can't do that with a great axe for some reason. That's the way the game is. Okay, so a couple of Sacred Blades to take down this guy. Up there, right directly above Melee Mate's head, you can see that right there is one of the mages. So we're going to go after him first. Right there. Thank you very much, Gamer Slack. There he is. And there's another one over there hidden behind the trees. There he is, right there. Attaboy, Gamer Slack. Show the YouTube viewers some love. It's not just about you. Okay, so take out that guy there. That's important because you don't want him spotting you as you sneak up on this first mage here. Okay, so follow the sledge all the way up. Get your sneak on. Stay in sneak mode. Do a hard left here. And creep up this little crevice here. Keep well back. Okay, because you don't want the other mage to spot you. So kind of like block his line of sight. And just do this guy in with a Sacred Blade. And that other mage across the way won't notice. That's important that you kind of block his line of sight the way I did. And stay well back. Don't do a backstab on him because you get spotted. Alright, let's go get the other one. These are the priorities because they got the eyes on the camp. Okay, once you take them out, you got the run of the camp. Here you're going to have to make a long jump. Go for a slack. There we go. And same thing here, Sacred Blade. Okay, so we took out the eyes of the camp. And we have the high ground. This is the Royal House Scroll. Take it back to Selin, the sorceress at Waypoint Runes. And she'll have some new spells in her inventory that's completely inapplicable to us because we're not using any staffs or seals in this run. Alright, next is a couple of Caden sellswords in this camp. Tough hombres, one is on foot, one is on horse, and they're right here. The one on foot we could take down with a couple of Sacred Blades as long as you buff it up with Golden Vow. So cast Golden Vow on your pickaxe, and you're going to wait for him to patrol back here. One Sacred Blade, back off, do another Sacred Blade. This should finish him off. And I forgot to refill, just in case it didn't finish him off. There you go, maybe, well, not maybe, definitely 3 Sacred Blades that should finish him off. And remember to back up after each shot, because your character takes a kind of like a big step forward after every Sacred Blade. Right there is the chest that contains the Great Ape. Watch out for the chains here that will ring the bell and alert the horse. And you already know how to take down a horse. You're going to do the exact same thing. Spam the guard button while warrior stancing the great axe and the pickaxe. Okay? Just spam that guard button and you'll just obliterate him. So now you no longer fear mounted Caden sellswords or Caden sellswords at all. And all the rest of the enemies in the camp are just Godric soldiers or those wandering nobles. Easy pickings. It's always a riot how cowardly these guys are. That being said, I did put to good use the Wandering Noble Ashes that you get at a Stormfoot Catacombs. Those are the Spirit Ashes where you get 5 of these guys. They actually can be put to good use, believe it or not. Even though they're so cowardly. Alright, so camp clear, let's go get the goodies. Here we go, the Great Ape. Thrusting sword, you can use it to stab while blocking with the shield, just like all rapiers. And this is like, you know, a rapier on steroids. Watch this. This is his weapon skill, but the big thing that you could do. There's the moveset. And show stabbing behind the shield. Slack. Put the shield up. Okay, Slack doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, well I'll show you that later. But trust me. Put up your shield, block, and you can still stab with that sword while the shield is blocking. Maybe I'll demonstrate that later on. Extremely useful for dealing with like dogs, rats, imps, anything that's fast moving that gets up in your face, and anything that has like a combo attack that may evade or elude your guard counter. That's what rapiers or S-stocks, like the prisoner starts with the S-stocks, same kind of sword, or the Great Ape. That's what they excel at, being able to stab while you're blocking with your shield. Now, sorry, trying to keep up here. Back to Agio Lake South, and we're going to make a run for the large club. A great strike weapon that normally I wouldn't be able to use because I don't have high enough strength, but since we've got a lot of strength, we should be able to use this. Not should, we will be able to use this, no problem. I believe the strength requirements are only like 22. Normally I would use the Morning Star. And here's the power of the holy water pots. Take out all 3 of those demi-humans with 1 holy water pot. So don't underestimate the power of those holy water pots. Even though there are econo version of fire pots, they can kick ass. Right, so just following the this path around here. Some of these guys sounds like they're hawking a loogie or something. This I don't know what they're doing. Oh, Gamer Slack did put a beacon of where we were going. Where, like, yeah, there it is. See that little sparkly thing there? That's the large club. Basically a regular club on steroids, if you will. Alright, take out all those demi-humans. Pick up their garbage loot. And get yourself a large club. Great strike weapon. And don't forget this artillery leaf over here. Now, the large club, notice it's on the same row as the pickaxe. Even though the pickaxe is called a great hammer, and the large club is called a great hammer, you can't warrior stance them together. That is, you can't put them one in each hand and get a different moveset. The pickaxe is actually a great axe, not a pickaxe, or rather a great hammer. That's why you warrior stance it with the great axe. The large club we're going to have to pair with, I believe the first one we're going to come across is the brick hammer in Stormville Castle. Okay, just show you where I am, the general location. Here's the spirit spring that we normally would be able to use. Here's where we're going next. this bridge that leads across to the Weeping Peninsula. Okay, of course, obviously we can't get to it from this location. We're gonna have to go around. But yeah, that's next stop. Okay, so back up to Aguil Lake South, and we're gonna start working our way south and break into the Weeping Peninsula. Okay, back goes the Great Axe, and eventually we're going to use the crossbow. And here I just want to do in this galloping horseman again, just for a little bit of personal satisfaction. I hate these buggers. They give you such a hard time at the very beginning of the game. Insert diabolical laughter. Alright, target the horse. Spam that guard button. Just love doing that. That's so satisfying. And the way he just kind of like clunks to the ground. Completely obliterated. Didn't stand a chance. Alright, so push to the southeast. Basically follow the road to the south. And as you approach the bridge, you're going to push off to the right. Because there's a guy with a ballista at the other end of the bridge. If you just do a frontal attack on this bridge, he's going to start bombarding you with those explosive ballistas, and it's just devastating. If you want to go that route, well, hey, we'll just notify your next of kin. Everybody else, follow me. Okay, you want a long-range weapon. Our best long-range weapon is the crossbow. And we're going to take out the ballista guy. Alright, stick to the right side here. Follow it all the way up, all the way around. And right here, you're going to stop. Look to the east and say there's the ballista. See just the head of the guy peeking out. If you very carefully use your precision aim, that is two-hand the crossbow and then hold down the guard button. Use your precision aim and go for a headshot. And take him out. Now it's safe. And sometimes I like to harass these guys too. Go for a headshot. Just make it easier to take him down when we finally get in there. And don't put away your crossbow yet. There's a dagger guy waiting behind the hedgehog here. Definitely want to take him out because he always takes you by surprise as you move in. Haha, right in the eye, eh? Shoot him, get him to advance, and do a guard counter when he gets close. Down he goes. That's it, and then we can just take out the other guys with either Sacred Blade or, melee attacks, whatever you like. Should be no problem, because you got the shield and the Great Axe. Alright, getting the smithing stones here, boss. And there's nobody behind this hedgehog, so that's it. There's a couple Godric soldiers left. One left. And down he goes. There we go, we got the enemy group refill. Celebratory slam dance, and let's get 3 free smithing stones here. And don't forget the smoldering butterfly. And there's another little cooking pot down there with the smoldering butterfly. And this stone sword key. Don't forget to grab that. Done and done. Alright, there's a site of grace to discover here. And we're just about 700 short of leveling up. Next, we're going to push into what I call Morning Star Camp, because that's where you find the Morning Star. And I did a couple of false starts here because I kind of forgot which weapons were the best to deal with everything in Morning Star Camp, which is the Great Ape. There's lots of dogs in there, so this is the perfect time to use the Great Ape. And here I just want to double back and grab this smoldering butterfly from this cooking pot here because it's a really easy grab. And we're going to talk to Irina on the way, which is connected with Castle Morn. And here I want to see, I finally remember what is going on up ahead. It's Morning Star Camp, so, and there's all those dogs there. They're the kind of dogs that either have like a single attack or a double like combo attack, and it's pardon me, it's actually quite difficult to guard counter them, because if they do the double attack, their second attack will beat your guard counter, so they'll like nip at you. They'll even interrupt your guard counter. So the best way to deal with them is to stab them with the Great Ape while your shield is up. And now I'm finally remembering, yes, go get the Great Ape. So we got that hooked up. And here I put, kind of wondering what my reasoning was here. I ended up putting the Gravitas skill on it. Like I said, I recorded this a week ago. I would have put the Sacred Blade on it. Here I'm backseat gaming myself. Gamer's like, shut up Slack, let me do it my way. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to watch Gamer Slack's progress through this camp and see exactly why he put the Gravitas skill on instead of the Sacred Blade. Oh, now I know. Oh yeah, that's right, of course. Yeah, because I want to keep the Sacred Blade skill on the Great Axe. Okay, let's talk to Irina.
Somebody there. Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Okay, we definitely want to do that.
Dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
And you want to do that before...
He can be stubborn.
I'm just checking to make sure all the dialogue's in. Yeah, you want to do that before you go up into Liurnia of the Lakes. Otherwise, the quest will screw up, and her father will no longer spawn at the castle. At which point, you can't get a second sacrificial twig from him, which was what he'll reward you with if you manage to deliver Irina's letter to the castle. And here, I just want to wait until midday because it's going to take some time to work our way through Morning Star Camp, and typically if you don't wait till midday and start the camp at midday, by the time you get out of Morningstar Camp, it's going to be nighttime. And when you get down to the next site of grace at Castlemore Rampart, that Knights Cavalry badass mounted soldier boss, field boss is going to be there. And we don't want that. Even though we're going to take him down. But we don't want to deal with him just yet. Okay, so let's get our sneak on, and we got the Great Ape. Normally I can sneak up behind this guy and get a backstab. For some reason it didn't work this time. Oh wait, it did. Okay. Let's think of something else. Okay, get your sneak on. You can't backstab dogs. But you can sneak up on them and give them a hard time. Okay, and here I just want to get this dog excited by throwing a dart. Here we go. There is an example of the Great Ape's guard counter, which I really don't like. Because to see the way she turns to the left, and then kind of like delivers this stabbing motion. And here I want to slap on my Assassin's Crimson Dagger because I'm taking a little heat, and if I get some critical hits, we'll recover health. This guy here, this misbegotten, you can sneak up and do a backstab on. That's typically excites this one over here. Here we go. There we go. Finally, there's an example of using the Great Ape with the shield up in block mode and just stab right through the shield. It's absolutely fantastic. Keep that shield up and just press the attack button. Thank you, Gamer Slack, for finally demonstrating that. Took you long enough. He's got a mind of his own anyways, you know. Okay, so don't forget that smithing stone too. That's there. That's always there. It's a guaranteed spawn. That's it for this part of the camp, and except for the trolls and the dogs around the trolls. In that carriage over there is the Morningstar, which I don't think we'll be using in this run. Normally I would because it's a great strike weapon, but we have the large club, which outperforms it a lot. Alright, so it's just the 3 dogs and the troll. Just want to draw these dogs out one by one. Dagger, back off, and... oh, wait, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, holy water pot, why not? Here you go. Dagger, get him excited, get that shield up. That's another thing. See when they attack you? And if you try to do a guard counter, like they attack and then they jump off to the side, often your guard counter would just completely miss. And then they'll nip at you again. There you go. Keep that shield up and just stab right through the shield. Best way to deal with dogs. That's what these thrusting swords are excellent at. They really excel at that. Recommend a thrusting sword in every single melee build that you could possibly think of. It's a great addition. Okay, so we're going after the troll. use our usual routine, Golden Vow, which is on the pickaxe. And then broadsword, square off strong ×2. Switch over to the great axe, critical hit. You know the routine. Great axe, critical hit. And this is a particularly tough troll, so I had to do like, I think 3 strong attacks to finally finish him off. So after the critical hit, charge attack, and then 3 strong attacks. Get the strip away flesh, and that's this camp clear. Pretty much textbook. There's the Morning Star. Great strike weapon, but we have the large club, which does more damage. Okay, one final thing before we sign off is to get the Mighty Shot Ash of War, which is in this Teardrop Scarab up ahead. This is important because we can actually put this on the short bow, even though it won't do as much damage as the longbow with the Mighty Shot, but yeah. At least we'll have that option. Here I'm just gonna like warrior stance my great axe and the pickaxe and just do a running jump on it. Or just sneak up and whack it. There you go, Ash of War, Mighty Shot. And just around the corner is the next site of grace, the Castle Morn Rampart. There you go, covered a lot of ground. And that's the end of this run. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and I'll see you next time for some more No Horse Challenge. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.